Welcome to this edition of Checking In, where we explore important health topics. Today, we're focusing on menopause and hormone replacement therapy, or HRT. It's a subject that's often surrounded by misconceptions and lots of uncertainty. Joining us today is Sarah Norris. She's an advanced registered nurse practitioner with Mercy Urology Clinic. Thanks for joining us, Sarah.
Yes, thanks for having me
Yeah,
today.
this is going to be a great discussion. So let's just lead off with, can you briefly tell us a little bit about yourself and your interests in this topic?
I started as a nurse practitioner in the urology clinic a few years ago, where we regularly saw men for symptoms of low libido, low energy, and found out that they were maybe deficient in testosterone. So we would replace their hormones and treat sexual health issues as well. However, there was kind of lack of treating women for the same type of symptoms. That and the women that I would see for urinary concerns, what I found was that they did really well in symptom improvement with some local, like vaginal hormones. So, all of that together just led me down a track of investigating hormones a little bit more and seeing what we can do to help women.
So let's talk about what menopause is, what the various stages of it are, and how do those stages affect a woman's hormone levels?
So, menopause is actually one day on the calendar. It is when your ovaries have quit producing estrogen and progesterone and you no longer have a menstrual cycle. So, that's 12 months without a menstrual cycle. And the fluctuations in those hormone levels is really what causes those symptoms. We have estrogen receptors from our head to our toe, which is why the symptoms are so widespread and can be very debilitating for some women.
What ages are we talking about?
Honestly, we symptoms can start in the mid 30s for some women. Average age of menopause in the United States is 51. But some women start to notice symptoms, low energy, maybe the hot flashes, maybe some brain fog in their mid 30s. And some can experience those symptoms well into their 50s or 60s.
So it really does span a wide range of women. So, what exactly is hormone replacement therapy and how does it alleviate symptoms?
So I usually look at kind of a trifecta of hormones, and that would be replacing estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone. Just by adding some of that estrogen back that your body is no longer producing can really help reduce the frequency and severity of vasomotor symptoms like those hot flashes and night sweats, can really help alleviate the brain fog, maybe some increasing anxiety, help with sleep. So it's just more of like a stabilization of those hormones.
So, what are the factors that you're considering when you meet with a woman and you're trying to decide is hormone replacement therapy the right avenue for her?
So I look at, age and kind of where they're at in that perimenopause transition. If they're still cycling regularly, still having monthly periods, it tells me that they are still producing some good amounts of estrogen. So maybe we look at adding some testosterone instead. So age and symptoms, I would say, are the biggest factors that I look at.
So you've mentioned these along the way. It's maybe a more comprehensive look. What are some of the symptoms that you're looking for that women are telling you that they're experiencing?
So some of the big ones, and I think the most identified symptoms that women pick up with the transition into menopause are those hot flashes and night sweats. But some of the bigger ones that women don't usually identify are like the brain fog,
Mhm.
the trouble sleeping, those feelings of panic or worsening anxiety. The number of women I've seen that have been recently diagnosed with adult ADD, just because they feel like they can't focus. That is a very large complaint.
And that would come under the brain fog category.
Yes, brain fog. Yep, maybe troubles with word finding or like name recall or just like not feeling like yourself is what I hear a lot also.
So interesting that can just come on,
Yeah.
you know?
Yep. And usually it's very slow to come on and it's, they've seen their doctors for it, maybe started on an antidepressant or anti-anxiety medication or something for, sleep. And it could be depression, it could be anxiety, but it could be perimenopause. So it's always good to have that discussion.
What kinds of hormone replacement therapy are out there that you can prescribe to women?
So, there are a lot of products out there. Typically, what I use are medications or hormones, bioidentical hormones that you can pick up at your local pharmacy, so Walgreens or Drug Town, Hy-Vee. And I use either a topical or transdermal estrogen, either a patch or a cream. There's an oral option available as well. The testosterone comes as a gel.
What can a woman expect when she comes in to see you? Is it a longer initial appointment, or just tell us how that kind of
Yeah,
plays out?
I do set aside a good amount of time, up to an hour if needed for those initial visits, because I feel like it's important to talk about all the symptoms, talk about their daily habits, their lifestyle, kind of review their labs with them as well, and just see where we can make improvements on how they're feeling and their overall health.
When looking at the big picture, how does lifestyle, nutrition, those kinds of things play a part in all of this?
As a healthcare provider, I always encourage my patients to stay physically active, eat a nice, healthy diet, getting plenty of sleep. And I think that can help with the menopause transition as well as just preventing other chronic conditions. But I like to talk to my patients about kind of setting the tone for those healthy lifestyle changes, as nutritional needs do change during the menopause transition as well, where a lot of women will complain about weight gain, particularly in their midsection, right? And that has been linked to a decrease in estrogen levels. And I also like to share with them, like, getting started on hormone therapy within 10 years of your last period has been found to decrease your risk of cardiovascular disease by 30%.
Wow.
So that's a big number, and is also FDA approved to prevent osteoporosis. So sure, hormones can help by starting on hormone therapy, but healthy lifestyle, physical activity, good diet are always key.
Lots of good reasons to be looking into this further for
Mhm.
women who are experiencing some of these symptoms.
Absolutely.
So we're glad to have you at Mercy, Sarah.
Yep.
Thanks for joining us today.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
Yeah.
And if people want to get more information, they can go to mercycare.org/HRT.